Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning with a burning ambition. You tell yourself, from today, I'll become the future version of me who's fit, disciplined, creative, and unstoppable. But 3 days later, you're back on the couch, scrolling your phone, binging on shows, eating chips. Oops, what just happened? You fell for the future self lie, the idea that your future self will magically rescue you, and you're stuck in the trap of akrasia, acting against your better judgment, knowing what you should do but doing something else. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share my 7-day protocol that will kill the future self lie, break the akrasia cycle, and help you actually show up for your present self, not just fantasize about your future self. Stay with me, because if you don't act now, this thing keeps running the show behind your back. Ready? Let's be honest. We all love our future self. We buy a gym membership thinking, from Monday I'll be in shape. We say, from next month I'll write that book. We believe in this superhero called Future Me. But here's the twist. That future me is often a lie, because you're counting on someone who doesn't show up. That future version of you hasn't done the hard work. Meanwhile, your present self, the one sitting in front of me, is the only one doing the living. In psychology, this is tightly linked with akrasia, knowing what's best and still doing something else. And if you haven't met your future self yet, just check behind the sofa cushions. When you rely on later me, you give your present self an excuse. Not now, I'll do it later, becomes a recurring mantra. So why are we so vulnerable to this lie? 3 reasons. 1. Time inconsistency. Our brain loves instant rewards. 2. Distance illusion. Future self seems abstract, distant, easier to promise than present self. 3. Willpower, depletion, and friction. Starting is hard, ignoring is easier. Eventually you feel like you should act, but you don't. If you're still with me, that is good for you, because this is where most people bail. But wait, what if the couch is super comfortable? In a moment, I'll take you into the guts of the 7-day protocol. But first, what you must believe if this is going to succeed. If you skip this foundation, you'll end up with another next Monday mentality. And trust me, this will blow up you and your mind just like me. You must adopt these 2 beliefs. Belief A, your present self matters more than your future self, because this moment is the only one you control. Belief B, progress beats perfection. Your future self doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs you to show up. Without these, you're building a castle on sand without water. The protocol is not a miracle, it's a method. If you follow, you will move. If not, you'll drift. Got it? Excellent. Now, we move into the 7-day protocol, the daily breakdown. Feel free to grab a notebook. Yes, stop hiding that phone under the desk. Day 1, audit and confront. Spend 30 minutes looking back. Where have you promised later but done never? Write down the biggest 2 to 3 tasks you say you'll do someday. Just like I'm thinking of buying a camera someday. Then freeze them. Commit to today, not tomorrow. Oops, but I can't buy camera today. But if I keep postponing, I'll look back in 5 years and wonder why I didn't start. Day 2, commit and anchor. Choose one task from your list. Anchor it to a specific time and place. For example, today, 6 p.m. at my desk, I'll write 500 words. Make a small ritual, maybe brew a coffee, put on the same playlist. The cue matters. Day 3, reduce friction. Make your environment supportive. Remove the phone from your workspace. Put distractions away. Make the first step extremely tiny. For example, open the document, write the title. Starting is often the hardest. Day 4, visible progress. Show yourself that you moved. Maybe you wrote 100 words, did 5 minutes of workout, whatever. Visual feedback, mark a big on your calendar. Celebrate, even if small. Day 5, sync with accountability. Tell someone, to a friend, and if you think you don't have one, or might be a snake, you can comment in my video what you're doing. Knowing someone else is watching turns future promises into present commitments. And no, your cat doesn't count unless it actually nags you. Day 6, reflect and adjust what's working, what's not. If the task still feels overwhelming, shrink it further. Recommit for the final push. This is your turning point moment. Day 7, celebrate and set next cycle. Celebrate the fact that you showed up for your present self. That alone is worth it. Then plan the next 7 days. Keep the momentum, because one good week doesn't mean eternal momentum, but one bad week means you might slide back. If you keep sliding, what will you tell your future self? Let's pull back the curtain and expose some sneaky saboteurs. I'll feel like it later. No guarantee you will. Rely on schedule, not mood. The future me will fix it. That's the lie we're killing. Future you has no action. You need action now. Distractions disguised as breaks. I'll just check one thing becomes 45 minutes down the rabbit hole. Make the breaks deliberate. Perfection paralysis. If I can't do it perfectly, I'll wait. Dumb trap. Do it badly now rather than perfectly later. By recognizing these, you cut off their power. Because knowledge is power, but action is transformation. Let's go a little deeper. The ancient Greeks called akrasia the state of being without command over yourself. They asked, how can someone judge what's best and still act against it? In modern terms, you plan for your future self, but you act for your present self, which wants comfort, ease, distraction. Your brain values immediate reward more strongly. The protocol we just mapped is basically you rewriting the contract between present self and future self, turning your future self into an ally that shows up now for the present you. You're re-engineering your identity. Sorry, Aristotle, no togas required. And from my experience, I can tell you this. Consistent small wins beat big one-time heroic bursts, because it's the daily ritual that shapes identity, not the grand event. That means every time you do a tiny step, you're telling your brain, this is who I am. That shift matters more than any motivational speech. Here's the truth. If you don't start this protocol today, you will continue the same pattern. Another promise to your future self, another dose of guilt, another quit in the queue. But if you do start right now, then you send a message to your brain and your life. You matter now, not later. That's urgent, because time doesn't wait. Your future self isn't coming to save you. If you don't change this one thing, in a year from now, you might look back and say, why didn't I begin when I had the chance? Don't let that be your story. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Step 1, grab a piece of paper or your phone and write down 2 tasks you've been postponing. Step 2, schedule one of them for today, this hour. Step 3, drop a comment below telling me what you scheduled so you're accountable. Because you're not doing this for some hypothetical future you. You're doing it for present you. And that's the only you that can act. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs a little kick. Until next time, show up for you right now.